Now the last loaded. There's the red light on top of the barrier stalls. The starting signal given, and they're just about ready to run. Gates Fly, Racing and Baseball and Broadford both slow to move. They missed the start. Kaihi and Vesper came out of the line very quickly. Mr. Broadway began well. Dantore and Bahrain Bay with Cool Roo and Kananaskis came out of the line running. Sahara Baptism behind the speed, then Leather Lad out of Ireland and Baseball, followed by Prime Minister and Acro Sum. Now Peacemaker is second last, and Broadford is 10 lengths back at the tail of the field. Mr. Broadway crossed and went to the lead at the 800 metres mark. Mr. Broadway taken on by Vesper. Wonder Bahrain Bay third on the outside of Dantore. Wonder Kaihi. Sahara Baptism, Deep Cool Roo in the centre, then out of Ireland. Wonder Leather Lad given a slap with the whip on the outside of Baseball. A length and a half to Prime Minister, followed by Kananaskis a long way back from Acro Sum. Second last is Peacemaker, and Broadfoot's a long way back at the rear. Vesper reached the lead around the turn at the 350 over Mr. Broadway. Dantore on the outside, out of Ireland under pressure, and Sahara Baptism coming right down the centre. Mr. Broadway kicked again. Mr. Broadway's in front at the 150. Don't tell me, is today the day? Out of Ireland rushes into second, but today's the day. Finally it's happened. Mr. Broadway chalks up number one. Mr. Broadway beat out of Ireland. Third a photo. Kananaskis zoomed home, is in the photo with Acro Sum and Vesper. Then Sahara Baptism, Prime Minister, Dantore, Leather Lad, Baseball, Cool Roo, Bahrain Bay, followed by Peacemaker, Kaihi, and Broadford. Broadford, where did he get to? There he is. Down on the home corner, he's failed to complete the course. Broadford, he has failed to complete the course after being a long way behind the second last horse going to the first bend, and he's down on the home bend. 1:19.9 is the time. Mr. Broadway, ridden by Chris Higgins. Well, it's been a heck of a long time in coming. It was start number 30 today, and before today, from 29 starts, he'd run 9 seconds. He was headed by Vesper, headed clearly just after they turned, but he fought back, regained the lead, and he's raced away to win easily. And a very snappy ride from Chris Higgins, who got him across from a wide gate. $5.60 and $1.90. Number 2, out of Ireland, $1.50, and the judge wants the photo for third. Now, Kananaskis has run third, 1, 2 and 8. Mr. Broadway, Chris Higgins first. Out of Ireland, Mike Pelling second. Kananaskis, Chris Muntz has run third. Fourth went to number 15, and that was Vesper. Mr. Broadway by Famous Star from Shirley, raced by Decal, Sea Conquest, M. Kerwin and R. Nightingale, a 4 years old bay gelding. Eric Kerwin trains, and Chris Higgins rode. Out of Ireland by Golden Ivory from Gleno, trained by Bruce McLaughlin, ridden by Mike Pelling. And Kananaskis by 10 Below from Lamiro, trained by Roy Dawson and ridden by Chris Muntz.
Waiting on the signal to be given for the last race. Just about ready now. Third favourite is number 3, Mr. Broadway, $2.95 and $1.35. Here's the favourite. Set, Valdez, and now the Joker, Noble Surge, Chatter Away, Grand Jack. Line's good. Starting signal. Set, ready to jump. Chaska around wide, Mr. Morris, Mr. Faithful, Mr. Broadway. He's holding them. Mr. Morris a little toey in the gates. Settles, racing. Now the inside, Valdez bounced in front. Chatter Away showing speed. Noble Surge going fast. Family Skite and Mr. Broadway both ridden for speed, with Mr. Broadway going up to tackle the leaders. And as they run to the first turn, Mr. Broadway trapped a bit deep just in front of Family Skite, Noble Surge. Then Chatter Away and Mr. Morris, Mr. Faithful. Valdez is in the middle. Chaska's getting back with Grand Jack, and now the Joker. Into the back straight, 1,200 metres out. Mr. Broadway the outside, pulling his way to the front. Mr. Broadway leads a half length on Family Skite. Chatter Away 1.5 away third. Mr. Morris is deep. Noble Search the rails. Followed by it now the Joker. Valdez up on his outside, then Mr. Faithful, Grand Jack and Chaska. 850 metres to go. Mr. Broadway clears Family Skite. He goes over onto the rails, leads a length and a half. Chatter Away is now into second place. Family Skite third. Mr. Morris sweeping around the field into third place, but a bit deep. Followed by Noble Surge on the inside. Valdez picking up ground. And now the Joker, Chaska, Mr. Faithful and Grand Jack. Down the side, 600 metres to go. Mr. Broadway getting no peace in front. Chatter Away moved up in the middle. Mr. Morris goes up to make a line of 3. Valdez is fourth just behind them. Then Family Skite. Noble Surge coming forward, starting a run as they come onto the corner. Into the home straight now. Chatter Away and Mr. Broadway together. Noble Surge is cruising to them on the outside, and he's gone to the front now. At the 300, Noble Surge in front of Chatter Away and Mr. Broadway. And now the Joker getting clear, running on. Noble Surge in front. He leads narrowly from Mr. Broadway, who's kicking again. Grand Jack coming through in the middle. Mr. Broadway's in front again. Mr. Broadway regains the lead and edges away to score. Mr. Broadway first. Second, Noble Surge. Third in Grand Jack. Then and now the Joker, who may have died on his run in the last 100 yards. Followed in by Chatter Away, Valdez, Family Skite, Mr. Faithful. Chaska well back, and Mr. Morris last home. Wait for the judge to post the numbers. Mr. Broadway, C. Higgins first. Number 2, Noble Search, D. Chipman second. And third place to number 8, Grand Jack, ridden by J. Bayless. Now, place getters are returning to the enclosure after the running of the last race. They're coming back into the enclosure. Mr. Broadway, C. Higgins, the winner. Second, Noble Search, D. Chipman. And third place to number 8, Grand Jack, ridden by J. Bayless. Mr. Broadway by Famous Star out of Shirley. Trained by Eric Kerwin, ridden by Chris Higgins. Is raced by D. Cowell, C. Conquest, M. Kerwin and R. Nightingale. Noble Search second by Noble Ambition, trained by J.B. Rouse, was ridden by D. Chipman. And Grand Jack by Grand Series. All set here, just waiting on the starting signal to be given. Starter has them in the gates, not quite on starting time. Brandon Bell is the tote favourite at $2.85. Mr. Broadway $5.35. Raise Your Glass $6.30. $4.15 for And Now the Joker. They're all well behaved in the line. Starter preparing to move over and pick up the button. As soon as he does so, we'll be off and running, but that light hasn't been switched on as yet. Brandon Bell right up to it. War Eagle's in line. Mr. Broadway held in check by one of the attendants out wide. Plain Deal and Rossellini stand up well. Just waiting on the starting signal to be given. Brandon Bell, 285, is the tote favourite for the race. They're all set to go. Stewards reported that Atlantic Brave must barry a trial to their satisfaction before being cleared to start again. Trainer Merv Lewis has suggested that the horse be gelded and spelled before he races again. He, of course, was a late scratching with Denham Marauder in the previous race. Now we're just about set to go, and now the Joker, Brandon Bell, Gypsy Ochre. War Eagle right up to it, set, racing, and now the Joker began smartly off the inside. Raise Your Glass missed the kick back third last as they settled down. Brandon Bell beaten for speed, drifting back, and there goes Mr. Broadway going fast on the outside in search of the lead. Running up towards the first bend, 1,400 metres out. Mr. Broadway, he's crossed over onto the rails, leads by 2 lengths, and now the Joker running second, followed by Plain Deal and Hello Mister. Line Blue is next, then Gypsy Ochre, War Eagle, Brandon Bell, Raise Your Glass, third last on the outside. Back there with Magnetic Empire and Rossellini heading along the back, coming up towards the 1,100. Hello Mister and Plain Deal going fast on the outside. Plain Deal now races to the lead from Mr. Broadway. Hello Mister 2 away third then, and now the Joker tracking up nicely fourth, followed by Line Blue, War Eagle, then Raise Your Glass. Gypsy Ochre next on the rails, then Brandon Bell, Magnetic Empire and Rossellini. Onto the next bend, 800 metres out. Plain Deal the outside, about a length in front of Mr. Broadway. 2 away third. On the inside is Hello Mister, then and now the Joker. Another 2 to Line Blue, 3 lengths to Raise Your Glass. Followed on the inside by War Eagle. Brandon Bell giving them a long start. Back there with Magnetic Empire, Gypsy Ochre and Rossellini's last of all. Approaching the home turn now, 450 metres to go. Plain Deal's the leader, a length and a half in front of Mr. Broadway, and now the Joker and Hello Mister coming to the outside. Raise Your Glasses running on. Brandon Bell to the extreme outside. Well in the straight, 250 metres to go. Plain Deal in front, and now the Joker trying hard on the outside. Raise Your Glasses finishing strongly, and so is Brandon Bell. Gypsy Ochre's getting a run on the inside. Mr. Broadway goes to the lead now. Mr. Broadway in front of Raise Your Glass, War Eagle, Gypsy Ochre and Brandon Bell. Mr. Broadway in front, getting close to home, and Mr. Broadway scored. Mr. Broadway first. It's a photo finish second and third. Raise Your Glasses out deep. Magnetic Empire flying through. Gypsy Ochre, War Eagle and Brandon Bell all in it. Followed in by Plain Deal, Line Blue, Hello Mister, Rossellini. And now the Joker weakened very badly in the last 100 metres, and he's finished near last. Number 2, Mr. Broadway, continues on his winning way. That's 3 out of 3 for him now. 3 wins on end to Mr. Broadway. They said he'd never ever win a race. Never win a race. He's won 3 on the trot. Number 2, Mr. Broadway, C. Higgins first. Now this is a terrific go for second and third. In it we have Raise Your Glass and Brandon Bell. They're the 2 out very wide. Raise Your Glass, I'm pretty sure is going to finish in the money somewhere. You've got Magnetic Empire finishing brilliantly in the middle. Gypsy Ochre and War Eagle closer to the inside. Now it's difficult to try and sort out second and third. Mr. Broadway has won from, well, Raise Your Glasses out deep. Gypsy Ochre, War Eagle, Brandon Bell and Magnetic Empire. They're the ones in it. Now, Gypsy Ochre and War Eagle are over on the inside. Raise Your Glass. They're the 3, I feel, in this photo for second and third. Reading from the inside out, Gypsy Ochre, War Eagle and Raise Your Glass. But number 2 is official. That's the winner, Mr. Broadway. $5 and $1.60 on the tote. $5 and $1.60, Mr. Broadway. Now those in the photo, Raise Your Glass number 3 is $1.95. Gypsy Ochre number 8 is reading out at $4.40, and War Eagle number 5 is showing $3.10. No decision for second and third as yet. Well, Mr. Broadway was always in a lovely posse. And he hit the front with about 100 metres to go and was able to edge away from them over the concluding stages and score well. It's by Famous Star out of Shirley, as trained by Eric Kerwin. It was ridden by C. Higgins, was raced by D. Cowell, C. Conquest, M. Kerwin and R. Nightingale. And we're waiting on the result of the photo for second and third. We should have it coming up in a few moments' time. Raise Your Glass is prominent in the photo by Chem out of Long Swallow, trained by Laurie Mayfield Smith, ridden by John Walk. Gypsy Acres there by Gypsy Kingdom, trained by Jay Shelley, ridden by Esk Galloway. And War Eagle by Nam Nan out of Ruffled Feathers is trained by T. Joseph, ridden by Esk Shield. 3 gets second, Raise Your Glass. 5 is third, War Eagle. So the completed result is now 2, 3 and 5. Mr. Broadway, Chris Higgins is the winner. And Chris has completed that winning hat trick on Mr. Broadway. He's been aboard Mr. Broadway for his 3 wins, and he rode him perfectly again this afternoon. So it's 2 Mr. Broadway first, Raise Your Glass second, and 5 War Eagle officially third. And the place getters are back in the enclosure after the Wedgwood Pies handicap. Mr. Broadway the winner, Chris Higgins. Raise Your Glass second, Jay Walk. And third place to number 5, War Eagle, Esk Shield. Officially fourth was Gypsy Acre.
9 Prince Dominium.
Hard indisposed, not riding today. We still need 2 replacements for him. Now there's 1 out wide, Whiskey Bid playing up. The attendant's giving the jockey some assistance. Pistol's a little toey in the gates as well. Right, things seem as though they've settled down. Line looks better now. Starter coming over to pick up the button. Racing, Rare Vintage near the inside, fast away. Gold Reason hesitated, missed it a couple of lengths. Pistols getting back, Mr. Broadway going quickly, Sir Martin showing speed, and Islay Mister's ridden for pace from the wide alley. He's spearing across the face of the field and he's hit the front at the 1400. Islay Mister's now steadied, Sir Martin second, Mr. Broadway third, then Grand Columbia, followed by Quality Raider. Africana is sixth on the inside of Whiskey Bid, then Rare Vintage. McBruce is next. Further back in the field came Hurry Bow. Warlance is well back, then Pistols, and Gold Reason is last of all. As they run along the back straight now, approaching the 1,000-metre mark, and it's Islay missed by a length. Second, Sir Martin. Third on the rails, Mr. Broadway. A gap of 3 lengths to Quality Raider, Grand Columbia. Another 2 to Africana. 1 to Rare Vintage, then Whiskey Bid and McBruce. War lengths. A break of 3 lengths to Hurry Bow. Another 3 to Pistols. And Gold Reason ridden along at the rear of the field. Coming down the side now, 750 out. Islay missed by a length and a half. Sir Martin second. Mr. Broadway getting a lovely run third. A break of 2 to Grand Columbia, Quality Raider. Followed by Africana starting to go forward under the big weight on the outside. Next on the rails is Rare Vintage, then McBruce, Warlance, Whiskey Bid, followed by Pistols, Hurry Bow and Gold Reason. Heading for home now, 400 metres out. Islay Mister's the leader, 2 in front of Africana, Sir Martin. Then Mr. Broadway under pressure. Rare Vintage to the outside. McBruce has now popped the big question. Islay Mister's still the leader, 250 metres out. Islay Mister leads by a length on Africana. Mr. Broadway going for a run in the centre. McBruce on the outside, then Rare Vintage. Islay Mister in front. Mr. Broadway's the danger. Mr. Broadway went to Islay Mister, shot straight past him, and he's set to score. Mr. Broadway the winner. Mr. Broadway first. Islay Mister, Africana in a photo second and third. Then Warlance running on, Rare Vintage, followed by McBruce, Quality Raider. Then Grand Columbia, Hurry Bow, Pistols, Sir Martin, Gold Reason, Whiskey Bid. The winner, Mr. Broadway. Mr. Broadway given the run of the race by Chris Higgins. He had a beautiful run behind Islay Mist. Came to the outside. Took him a little while to balance up and get out after Islay Mist in the home straight, but he did. He worked out after him, was able to run him down and score. 5, Mr. Broadway. C. Higgins is first. And on the Queensland Toad, $7.20 and $2.10. Now it's going to be tight for second and third. Islay Mist and Africana, they're the 2 in it. Africana did a good job under the 59 kilos, just wearing away all the way to the line. And it's very close for second and third between Islay Mist and Africana. The winner, Mr. Broadway, a clear-cut winner at the end by about a length and a half. Now, Mr. Broadway is my famous star out of Shirley. Is raced by Decal, C. Conquest, M. Kerwin and R. Nightingale. Trained by Eric Kerwin and was written by Chris Higgins. Photo second and third, I Lay Missed by Whiskey Road, trained by Jay Gorton, ridden by Shield and Africana by Avon Valley at a Miss Marua, trained by G.A. Rogerson, and was ridden by C. Muntz. The numbers here are 5 and a photo. 5 is the winner, Mr. Broadway, at $7.20 and $2.10. In the photo second and third, I Lay Missed at $1.70 and Africana at $1.85. Now the time for the trip was 1:37. 1:37 the time. Class record 36.3 held by Shamakos for 16.15 today. With the positioning of the rail, they've gone 16.24 and have recorded 1:37. So that would equate to a very similar time to the class record of 1:36.3, suggesting that the race was run at a very solid clip. They're coming back towards the enclosure gate. We're waiting on the judge to make his mind up for second and third. No result of that photo second and third as yet. Place getters returning now. Numbers are 512, 512 confirmed, race 4. 512 confirmed.
Starting signal given. Waiting for the red light to be turned on top of the barrier. No chance of that yet because the starter Ron Corvey is still on the ground behind the barrier, directing 2 or 3 of the attendants into the stalls. One drawn about midfield. The favourite, in fact, Director General, not quite set, as young Chris Higgins was out of the saddle and up in the superstructure of the gate. But now he's easing himself down towards the pigskin. $3 and $1.60 Director General, odds of 2 to 1 on the TAB. Waiting for the light. It's on. Gates fly, racing, Ministerial Magic and Persian on a slow to move. Director General flew out of the machine and went straight to the lead. Proud Dame is second, Brazen Kaiser third from Gary's Decision on the rail. Bell Harbour and Ginger Twinkle are wide, running into the first turn, then Teg Derm followed by On the Fence Cosmic Jewel, drifting a long way back in the early part, and Ministerial Magic dropped out to the tail of the field. Persian on a third last. Director General sped away at the 550 and leads by 6 lengths over Bell Harbour. 2 to Ginger Twinkle, then Proud Dame, Brazen Kaiser under the whip. A length to Teg Derm and then 2 lengths to Gary's Decision, followed by Cosmic Jewel. Persian on a second last and Ministerial Magic at the tail. Director General in front coming around the bend. The little boy snuck a look over his right shoulder, slapped up the leader. Director General 3 in front past the 200. Bell Harbour into second, Proud Dame third. Director General in front, 100 metres left to go. Bell Harbour trying hard to run down Director General, but this is a name young Chris Higgins will remember. His first winner, Director General, all of the way. Director General beat Bell Harbour. Proud Dame third, Ministerial Magic fourth, then Gary's Decision, Cosmic Jewel, followed by Brazen Kaiser, then Persian Honour, Teg Derm and Ginger Twinkle at the tail of the field.
Official placings after the running of race 8 here at Gatton go to the numbers of 2, 11, 9. Winner number 2, Director General. Brown Gelding 3, it's by Celestial Dancer out of As Always. It's owned by R. Luck in Terry, P. Crow, J. Manera, D. Ross and R. Baxter. Trained by S.G. Hinks at Bundamba, and that's the first winning ride to C. Higgins. Congratulations. Certainly in order. Number 11 has run second, Bell Harbour, trained over at the Gold Coast by J.M. Marshall, Jamie Wilson the rider, and just waiting for third, number 9, I think you'll find has run third, Bell Harbour, trained at the Gold Coast also by J.M. Marshall. Now, number 9, Proud Dame, has run third, trained by Bill Name at Bundamba, G. Stockdale the rider. So the placings are 2:11.9 after race 8 here at Gatton.
State Esk Cup Day. The gates are back, they're off and running, and in the centre Just Annie was one of the first to go. Blecher Nova out wide is showing plenty of speed. Windless is kicking up on the inside, trying to hold them out, but couldn't succeed in doing so. On settling down, and Scott's Pick went right through on the inside to be just the leader. Scott's Pick about a head in front of Just Annie. There's about 3 lengths away to Blecher Nova on the outside of Windless, followed by Always Dancing and well back Windy Jewel and company there with Sadar City. Well back then as they Star Sadar rather. Well back then as they come onto the turn was Avon Faloo, and tailed off there is Trap Yard with Sweet Green Angel. On the home turn, and Just Annie is taken over from Scott's Pick and booted away. And coming up the rise of the 200, Just Annie got more than a length clear there of Blecher Nova, which is coming through in the centre with a good game run. Just Annie in front, Blecher Nova's a threat, and Always Dancing flying on the outside. Blecher Nova took the lead in the middle for the little girl and has got the money. Blecher Nova's won. Second posse will go to Just Annie, probably just in front of Always Dancing, which was a very good run. Scott's Pick just missed a place, and then came Windless, followed by Windy Jewel. Star Sadia, they're followed by Avon Faloo, Trap Yard, and the last one home was Sweet Dream Angel. The winner is number 9 in all likelihood, Blecher Nova, ridden by Laney. Through the trees, but anyway. Off and running here in the Sunstate Esk Cup, and Atro Style was one of the first to go. Tycoon near the inside's going very speedily after they go 200 metres in the Sunstate Esk Cup. Tycoon is the leader. Up and around the outside we've got Narum Star going very speedily to put the bib in front. Narum Star just in front of Atro Style, and Tycoon third, but still has the inside running. They're followed by Roman Sash in advance of Acco Steel, followed by Yore Road. Further back then came Royal Salute. They're followed in behind that brigade then by Evan Tom in advance of Congo Man, and well back then is Scrooge's Loot as they turn to the side of the track. Bimbe is well out of it too as they come up the side, and one of the last there would have been On Your Own. About 500 metres left to go in the S Cup, and the pilot here moving up very quickly on the inside as Tycoon to again take the lead away from Narum Star. Tycoon and Narum Star, they'll make the bend out in front. Coming around them quite speedily now is Acco Steel with a very, very good run on the point. It's going to be a very keenly contested affair here. In the straight, Narum Star takes on Tycoon. Acco Steel comes at the pair of them, and Yore Road is into the fray with a giant run. The favourite's gone. Yore Road, and on the inside battling back is Acco Steel. Acco Steel and Yore Road. Desi Wozencroft's Cup again. Yore Road's come away to win from Acco Steel. Third then would probably go to Bimbe, which flew from Congo Man. Then came Atro Style. Tycoon knocked up, followed by Roman Sash. Further back then came Scrooge's Loot, was one of the last to get in company with Royal Dundee. On Your Own was just up ahead of that couple of runners with Narum Star. There's Wozencroft. Has taken out, I think it's his third S Cup now. He's the only trainer to have won 2. He's now won 3. Your Road, number 1, the winner of the Sunstate S Cup. By Onward from Brighton Rose, raced by BM Rose, trained by Des Wozencroft, ridden by C. Higgins. It's come with a barnstorming run to take the prize. Atra Style, or Acco Steel rather, number 4 will be second. And the one that flew home was number 9, Bimbe. I'll probably get up and run third. Here we go, 149, Yore Road first. Echo Steel second and Bimbai third, or Bimbai. 149 after the running of the Sunstate Esk Cup. Fourth in was number 12, and that was Royal Dundee. The second horse, Echo Steel by Grand Series from Regal Mischief, trained by DJ Roberts in Brisbane for himself and T. Trent. Ricky Leasefield the rider. Bimbai third by Bunkers from Jody Khan, trained by DJ Missingham in Kingaroy, and ridden by I. Coombs. That's 149.
Third place, 3 lengths to Flame and Citrus improving ground now, with Dancing Diplomat driving forward to the Our runners have been placed away for the third, the distance 1,300 metres, and the starting signal is given. Starting signal given for the third. Now Mona Zone was in line but backs out again. Royal Dundee stands up well with Hype, Planet Buster. The look is set with Mona Zone. Already. Here comes the starter to his stand. The red light turned on top. Racing now. Royal Dundee put his head up at the start and missed it by a half length. Sentimental Guy and Mona Zone and Planet Buster all came out with a rush, with Planet Buster in the centre striding to the front after travelling 150. It's Planet Buster clear by a half length on Mona Zone. In third place, Sentimental Guy from Royal Dundee, now improving ground to be third on the outside. 3 lengths to the look from Hype, and 2 off last is Regal Munda. Travelling inside the 1,000, and it's Planet Buster doing it easily. Planet Buster leads Mona Zone by a half length. 2 lengths to Sentimental Guy and Royal Dundee together. 2.5 lengths to the look, racing on the outside of Hype, and 2 off last is Regal Munda. Travelling towards the 600, it's Planet Buster just in front by a neck on Mona Zone. 2.5 lengths to Royal Dundee and Sentimental Guy. Royal Dundee on the outside being hard ridden, but picking up ground. Then Hype, the look, and last is Regal Munda. Heading for home, 400 metres to go, and Mona Zone on the outside went up and put his head in front. Planet Buster is fighting back, and they're 3 lengths in front of Sentimental Guy. Then the look on the outside from Hype. Royal Dundee can't win. Inside the 200, and Planet Buster fights back. It's Planet Buster by a half length. Mona Zone struggling. The look and Hype with Sentimental Guy fighting on fairly well, but Planet Buster leads all the way. Hands and heels, Planet Buster scored by a length and a half. Second, Mona Zone, and third's a very tight photo between the look, Hype or Sentimental Guy, then Regal Munda, and Royal Dundee has run last. Winner number 4, Planet Buster, ridden by C. Higgins. Close with Pair of Tails and Born a Prince. Hot and Fast stands up okay. Kiss You is right, the green and orange colours. Now Irish Leader moves up out wide, waiting on Mr. Magoli and maybe Miss Lisa Jane, not quite set. Miss Lisa Jane is right. Mr. Magoli moves up, now they're set. Starting signal given. 8:50, red light flashing, set, ready. Miss Lisa Jane, the favourite, drawn the outside, is on the move. A little restless, steadies again now. Racing, Miss Lisa Jane put her head up in the air and missed it by a half length. Bar Bonta came out very quickly. Born a Prince and Just Annie showing great speed shortly after the start. Windbreaker is fourth. They're followed by Pair of Tails and Be Real in centre field from Hot and Fast and Donna's Fire. Irish Leader caught very wide. Miss Lisa Jane is back last. Kiss You is second last, and Mr. Magoli very wide on the turn. The favourite's last. At the 400, Just Annie just in front of Windbreaker, who comes off the fence. 1 length to Born a Prince and Barbonta. Then Pair of Towels from Be Real and Miss Lisa Jane on the inside. 200 metres to go, and Windbreaker on the outside went to the front. Just Annie is fighting back. It's Windbreaker a neck in front of Just Annie. Born a Prince and Barbonta behind them. Windbreaker just in front. Just Annie is trying hard. Windbreaker a neck in front and scores by a half length. Windbreaker first, second Just Annie, 4 lengths away third Barbonta. Then Born a Prince from Miss Lisa Jane and Be Real. Pair of Tails next from Mr. Magoli. Then Hot and Fast from Kiss You, Irish leader, and got...
Well back Dragon Drummer followed by Cup.
They've all been placed away. Starting signal given. All set. Ready to go. Red light is flashing. Racing. Cosy Evening on the inside. A shade slow to begin. Red Etch and Wolverson came out well with Southern Lakes, and Bitter's Revenge showing good speed shortly after the start. And Extra Ace out wide is going quickly past the winning post on the first occasion. And Wolverson, Let's Stride, runs to the front. It's Wolverson by 2.5 lengths on Bitter's Revenge, and Extra Ace on the outside. 1.5 lengths to Red Etch from Semitone Court wide, just offhand in centre field from Southern Lakes. Then Cosy Evening from Villavide, who's well back, along with Sheena Girl caught deep on the first turn from Sky Hope third last, 1.5 lengths to Cactus Joe and Secret Commission at the rear. It's Wolverson in front, travelling down the back, racing inside the 1600. Wolverson striding along is 6 lengths in front of Bitter's Revenge. 1/2 length away third, Extra Ace on the outside. 2 lengths to Semitone, and they're followed by Red Etch fifth on the fence. 3 lengths to just offhand from Southern Lakes. Then Cactus Joe from Villavite, worst in centre field. 1.5 lengths to Sky Hope with only 3 behind him, and they include Cosy Evening, Cactus Joe and Secret Commission. Wolverson in front at the 1200. He's steadied now and he leads by 4.5 lengths. Semitone out 3 wide, picking up good ground from Bitter's Revenge on the fence. Extra Ace is now fourth from Red Etch. Then Sky Hope is caught very deep from Sheena Girls, Southern Lakes and just offhand. Secret Commission improving ground nicely. 1.5 lengths to Villavite, who's still well back from Cosy Evening. And Cactus Joe 1 length behind them at the rear. Travelling towards the far turn, running inside the 800. And it's Wolverson by 1.5 lengths on Semitone. 2.5 lengths to Bitter's Revenge, being hard-ridden from Sheena Girl, improving ground. Out wide is Sky Hope from Southern Lakes, 3 lengths to just offhand. Then Villavide improving ground, but still 7 lengths off the lead. Secret Commission well back with Cosy Evening. Then Extra Ace gone from Cactus Joe and Red Etch. At the top of the straight, Wolverson just in front. Looming up on the outside is Semitone. 1.5 lengths on Bitter's Revenge and Southern Lakes. Sheena Girl is coming down the outside with Sky Hope at the 200 metres mark, and Semitone is just in front. Wolverson is fighting back. They're clear from Southern Lakes. It's Semitone and Wolverson on the outside. Secret Commission is coming home quickly now. At the 50 metres mark, Semitone, Wolverson, Secret Commission on the outside might beat them all. He did so. Secret Commission on the outside has got up in a 4-way photo. Secret Commission, I think, has been able to defeat Semitone, Wolverson or Southern Lakes in a 4-way go. Then just offhand from Villavite, Cosy Evening was... And they've all been placed away. There's the starting signal. All set. Lights flashing. Winner takes all. Ochre King drawn in close with Scenic Prince racing now. Zabriskie missed it by 1/2 length. Scenic Prince was dropping back shortly afterwards. Dance Rage and Tard Rising came out smartly with Winner Takes All and Coat of Arms showing good speed shortly after the start. Ochre King and Prairie Hawk began well. Jicky is striding forward 3 wide into centre field from Bow Bright and Roadshow. 2 lengths to Lord Pipe Dream drifting back from Zabriskie, and the stablemate Scenic Prince and Wee Spanner together at the rear of the field. Travelling inside the 1000, and it's Jicky out wide running to the front. Jicky clear by 1/2 length on Dance Rage, booting up on the inside, and there's plenty of speed on in front. 2.5 lengths to Tard Rising, a break of 2 lengths to Ochre King, who's 3 wide, and they're followed by Winner Takes All and Coat of Arms in between runners. 1.5 lengths to Prairie Hawk from Bow Bright and Roadshow. 1.5 lengths to Lord Pipe Dream from Zabriskie, well back travelling inside the 700. Then Wee Spanner, and 2 off last is Scenic Prince, 16 lengths off the lead. There's plenty of speed on, travelling towards the 600, and Dance Rage and Jicky are going along stride for stride. 3.5 lengths on Tard Rising and Prairie Hawk picking up nice ground. Then Winner Takes All from Ochre King and Bow Bright. Coat of Arms to the outside, and Roadshow is running home well, and 2 lengths behind them is Zabriskie. In the straight, Dance Rage went to the front. Jicky is gone from Prairie Hawk, and Roadshow and Zabriskie are running home well. 200 out, it's Dance Rage in front by 1.5 lengths on Roadshow. Prairie Hawk and Zabriskie all trying to get Dance Rage inside the 100. Dance Rage just in front. Zabriskie and Roadshow coming at Dance Rage. Dance Rage, Zabriskie, they lunge together. Maybe Zabriskie in the last hop. He was flying home. He might have got up Zabriskie. Zabriskie or Dance Rage just in front of Roadshow. Then Prairie Hawk, Taj Rising and Wee Spanner